Do you understand the difference between thrifty, frugal, stingy, and cheap? Many people I know use the words thrifty and cheap interchangeably as though they are two separate words for the same thing, while they are not, however, the same thing. Welcome to Money Talk, where we discuss everything about money. And for this video, we are going to talk about the difference between cheap and thrifty. But before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe button and be the first to check out our latest videos. Frugal, cheap, and stingy are all adjectives used to characterize someone who desires to save money. However, when you examine each term in greater depth, you will notice that they are significantly distinct from one another. Firstly, what does it mean to be frugal? So, a frugal person considers both the price and the quality of an item, as well as the value of their time. It's a game of balancing. Frugal folks spend their money wisely. Frugal people generally want to save money, but not at the risk of purchasing something that doesn't fulfill their needs or spending a lot of extra time. Being frugal is a positive way to save money and focus on value-based spending. Now, how do you know if you're a frugal person? Well, if you explore a variety of possibilities for the thing you want to buy, you optimize the cost and quality of an item, and guarantee it fits within your budget, or you find ways to save money without sacrificing your lifestyle, then you are frugal. So now, what does it mean to be cheap? So a cheap person is someone who's always looking for the lowest costing deal. It doesn't really matter how good the thing is, how long it will last, or how well it will execute its function. It only needs to be the cheapest option. You'll know you're cheap if you don't care about the quality of an item. You only care about the price. You like to brag about how little you've spent. You always buy the lowest cost item. You sometimes buy stuff because it's on sale. Best price ever. Super cheap. You don't upgrade heavily used items because they work just fine. You hate to spend money, or you don't care how long it takes you to get it. Now, what does it mean to be thrifty? So, thrifty and frugal are synonyms, but I believe there is one significant difference. So, a thrifty person is more engaged in their savings and are literally hands on. To save money, they will make any purpose items such as knit sweaters, reupholster furniture, and build a nightstand. They either like spending time fixing or making things to save money, or do not value their time as highly as a frugal person does. So you'll know if you're thrifty, if you're frugal, but also don't mind spending your Saturday mending clothes, reupholstering a couch, or creating a side table, making your Halloween costumes, or browsing thrift stores for gently used items, then fixing them up to make them as good as new. So now, what does it mean to be stingy? Someone who is stingy with their money is not generous with their money. Have you ever shared a lunch with someone and they want to split the bill to the penny? The worst case scenario is when someone offers you a ride and then asks you to split the gas costs. These people are frugal. You'll know if you're one if you don't donate to charity. Always ask to split the cost of something, or are unwilling to spend or share money. Now I know the topic gets more and more interesting from here, but I want to know if you've encountered and been confused by these words before. Let me know in the comment section below so that we can talk about it. So now that we've understood what these terms entail, let's take a moment to distinguish frugal, cheap, thrifty, and stingy. Now let's first tackle the distinctions of frugal and cheap. This is very significant. Many individuals mix up the terms cheap and frugal and use them interchangeably when they aren't. Sure, both cheap and frugal people desire to have money, but that's about it. The rationale for saving money is the distinction between frugal and cheap. So, a cheap person strives to save as much money as possible at all costs. A thrifty person seeks to conserve money while receiving good value for their money. Frugality is a positive quality that entails being good with money and spending it on what is important. Being cheap is a negative trait that implies not spending money when you should or purchasing the lowest choice available, even if it does not satisfy your needs. Now, let's tackle the distinctions of thrifty and frugal. So, thrifty and frugal are very similar in many aspects. Thrifty individuals are a subset of frugal people. Although not all frugal people are thrifty, I believe that being thrifty and frugal are both beneficial attributes that are associated with conveying money and being good with money. People that are frugal will mend a hole in their pants or reuse the material into something else. Non-frugal folks would question if they truly needed a new pair of jeans. If that's the case, they look for a good deal on another pair of jeans and consider investing in a high-quality pair that will last longer than fast fashion jeans. Frugal would be synonymous with thrifty and economical. Now, let's distinguish cheap and stingy. In my opinion, cheap and stingy are interchangeable. You may say that stingy is a synonym for inexpensive. They are both overly concerned with the bottom line and fail to consider overall worth. The key distinction would be the level of contempt used to describe someone as cheap versus stingy, with stingy being more contemptuous. A stingy individual will do anything to preserve money, even more so than a cheap person. And that's about it. So, now that you know what they are you thrifty or are you cheap? Comment down below so we can get the conversation going. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Click subscribe and hit that notification bell to receive updates on our latest videos. If you want to watch more videos, head on over to our channel to see more from Money Talk. See you!